National Electrical Code Section 210.23a, titled Overcurrent Protection of Equipment, addresses the use of a 15-amp rated switch on a 20-amp general circuit. This section stipulates that switches, which include motor-operated switches rated for 15 amps or less, are considered adequately protected against overcurrent when they are supplied by an overcurrent protection device, such as a circuit breaker, having a rating not exceeding 20 amps. This code provision explicitly permits the installation of a 15-amp single-pole switch on a 20-amp general-purpose circuit within a dwelling unit. The rationale behind this allowance is that the 20-amp overcurrent device, typically a circuit breaker, will trip and interrupt the circuit in the event of an overload or short circuit that draws more than 20 amps. This protects the entire circuit, including the 15-amp switch, from being damaged by excessive current. It is important to understand the concept of overcurrent protection. Overcurrent refers to any current exceeding the rated current of equipment or the ampacity of conductors. It may result from an overload, a short circuit, or a ground fault. Overcurrent protection devices, such as circuit breakers and fuses, are designed to automatically interrupt the circuit when an overcurrent condition occurs, thereby preventing damage to equipment, conductors, and preventing the risk of fire or electric shock. The National Electrical Code, often referred to as the NEC, provides comprehensive guidelines for safe electrical installations. It is important for electrical contractors, electricians, and homeowners to adhere to the NEC requirements to ensure the safety and reliability of electrical systems. The NEC is updated every 3 years to incorporate new technologies and address emerging safety concerns. It is essential to use the latest edition of the NEC for all electrical work. In the specific scenario of a 15-amp switch on a 20-amp circuit, the NEC recognizes that the switch itself does not need to be rated for the full 20 amps of the circuit because it is protected by the 20-amp overcurrent device. The switch is only responsible for controlling the flow of current to the load itself, such as a lighting fixture or a small appliance. If the load draws more than 15 amps, the switch may overheat or fail, but the 20-amp circuit breaker will trip before the switch can cause a fire or other hazard. However, it is crucial to ensure that the wiring connected to the switch is rated for at least 20 amps to match the circuit breaker rating. This is typically achieved by using number 12 American wire gauge, often referred to as AWD, copper conductors, which have an ampacity of 20 amps under typical conditions. Using smaller gauge wire, such as number 14 AWG, which has an ampacity of only 15 amps, would violate the NEC and could create a fire hazard. It is also important to consider the total load in the 20-amp circuit. The NEC specifies that the total load on a general-purpose circuit should not exceed 80% of the circuit breaker rating. This means that a 20-amp circuit should not be loaded with more than 16 amps of continuous load. Continuous load is defined as a load that operates for 3 hours or more at a time. To calculate the total load on a circuit, you need to add up the amperage of all the devices connected to the circuit. For example, if you have 10 100-watt light bulbs on a 120-volt circuit, the total amperage would be 8.33 amps, calculated as follows: total watts divided by volts equals amperage, or 1000 watts divided by 120 volts equals 8.33 amps. This would be within the 80% limit for a 20-amp circuit. However, if you added a 1000-watt appliance to the same circuit, the total amperage would increase to 16.66 amps, which would exceed the 80% limit. In this case, you would need to move some of the load to another circuit or install a dedicated circuit for the appliance. When installing a 15-amp switch on a 20-amp circuit, it is essential to follow all applicable NEC requirements and local codes. This includes using properly sized conductors, making secure connections, and ensuring that the circuit is properly grounded. It is also recommended to consult with a qualified electrician if you have any questions or concerns about the installation. In summary, the NEC permits the use of a 15-amp switch on a 20-amp general-purpose circuit in a dwelling unit, provided that the switch is protected by a 20-amp overcurrent device and that all other applicable code requirements are met. It is crucial to understand the principles of overcurrent protection, conductor ampacity, and load calculations to ensure the safety and reliability of electrical installations. Always consult with a qualified electrician if you are unsure about any aspect of electrical work. Ignoring these guidelines could lead to electrical hazards and potential dangers. The electrical system should be treated with respect and understanding. Never take shortcuts when dealing with electricity. Understanding the purpose and function of each component from the service entrance to the outlets is essential for maintaining a safe electrical environment. Remember that electrical codes and regulations are there for a reason. They are a testament to years of experience and refinement aimed at minimizing risks. When you are dealing with electrical work, you are not just working with wires and devices, you are handling a powerful force that demands respect. The consequences of improper wiring or faulty installations can be severe, ranging from equipment damage to electric shocks and fires. Therefore, it is always advisable to err on the side of caution and seek professional assistance when needed. Electrical safety should always be the top priority. Remember that electrical work is not a task to be taken lightly. Understanding the theory and code, along with practical experience, is essential. Learning the fundamentals of electrical circuits is always the first step. Understanding the relationship between voltage, current, and resistance, known as Ohm's law, is crucial for grasping how electrical systems work. It also is important to understand how different types of circuits, such as series and parallel circuits, behave under varying loads. The proper selection and installation of wiring is also important to consider. Different types of wires are designed for specific applications and environments, and it is important to choose the right wire for the job. The gauge of the wire, which indicates its thickness, determines its ampacity, or the amount of current it can safely carry. The National Electrical Code specifies the minimum wire gauge required for different circuit breakers and loads. Following the NEC guidelines on wire size is critical for preventing overheating and fire hazards. Correctly connecting electrical components is also important. Loose or improper connections can cause arcing, which is a dangerous electrical discharge that can ignite flammable materials. Making sure connections are tight and secure using appropriate connectors and tools is key to preventing electrical problems. Grounding is also a safety measure. A properly grounded electrical system provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source, tripping the circuit breaker and preventing electric shock. All electrical outlets, appliances, and equipment should be properly grounded. Using ground fault circuit interrupters, often known as GFCIs, are designed to protect people from electric shock by detecting small imbalances in the circuit and quickly interrupting the power flow. GFCIs are typically required in areas where water is present, such as bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor outlets. Regular inspection and maintenance of electrical systems is a must. Over time, electrical components can deteriorate or become damaged, posing a safety risk. Periodically inspecting wiring, outlets, and circuit breakers for any signs of wear or damage is good practice. Any faulty component should be replaced immediately. Always disconnect the power before working on any electrical circuit. Working on live circuits can be extremely dangerous and potentially fatal. Turn off the circuit breaker that supplies power to the circuit you are working on and verify that the power is off using a voltage tester. When dealing with electrical work, it is important to stay informed about the latest codes, regulations, and safety practices. The electrical industry is constantly evolving, with new technologies and standards emerging all the time. Taking continuing education courses and staying up to date on industry best practices is essential for ensuring that electrical work is performed safely and correctly.